Title: Kirk Frost sobs following Rasheeda's request for child support. Overview: the realm of reality television frequently conflates performance and reality, engrossing viewers in the emotional turmoil and personal tragedies of its stars. The turbulent relationship between Kirk Frost and Rasheeda Buckner Frost, well-known characters from the well-liked reality show Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta is one such story that has enthralled viewers. Their narrative is a multifaceted tale of love, treachery, and the difficulties of co-parenting, and current occurrences have layered on even more drama. Kirk Frost is at a loss on what to do after Rasheeda files for child support and is dealing with the emotional consequences of his choice. This article explores the inner upheaval and introspection that follow Rasheeda's filing, going deep into the influence it had on Kirk. Context: a romantic tale in the sunlight. Relationship ups and downs have marked the high-profile public arguments and times of reconciliation in Kirk and Rasheeda's relationship. They got married in 2000 after starting a romance in the early 2000s. Along the way, they have had to deal with the difficulties of married life and raising a family, in addition to the complexity of living in the spotlight. The two kids in their family, Kai and Kelsey, raised the emotional stakes of their relationship. Kirk and Rasheeda have been transparent about their difficulties over the years, including their infidelity and the demands of their music industry professions. Their openness has won them over followers, but it has also brought great scrutiny to their relationship. Following Kirk's adultery and the ensuing consequences, Rasheeda's current child support application has rekindled conversation about the dynamics of their relationship. The filing, an instigator of emotional collapse. Their fan base and the larger reality TV world were shocked to learn about Rasheeda's child support file. This move was a major turning point in many people's relationships. It was a financial choice, but it was also Rasheeda's declaration of her freedom and empowerment. Rasheeda was claiming her right to financial security for their kids by requesting child support, particularly considering Kirk's previous actions and the unpredictability surrounding their relationship. Kirk's emotional collapse after making this file serves as an example of the psychological toll that making such a choice might have. The filing embodies more than simply financial information. It also conveys feelings of guilt, inadequacy, and future anxiety. Kirk may view his wife's request for financial assistance as a reminder of his previous transgressions and the burden they caused on their family. The emotional repercussions. Kirk's response. Kirk Frost went through a roller coaster of emotions when he heard the news. At first, astonishment and amazement overcame him. In addition to the file itself, what prompted his response was the idea that his dream of a peaceful family life had been dashed. Kirk was forced to acknowledge the fact that Rasheeda would no longer put up with his previous transgressions. He was forced into introspection by the child support filing, which felt like the last nail in the coffin of their happily ever after. Kirk opened out to friends about his feelings in an honest moment, saying, "I never thought it would come to this. I made mistakes, but I believed that we were getting better at them." Many people who find themselves in a situation where their relationships are at a crossroads can relate to this concept. When Kirk realized there were repercussions for his conduct, it affected him deeply and made him doubt his value as a father and a partner. The effect on parenthood. For Kirk, the possibility of having to pay child support went beyond simple economics. It compelled him to face his paternity. He started to think back on his parenting decisions and the principles he wished to impart in his kids. Kirk realized that his actions had a significant effect on Kelsey and Kai, in addition to Rasheeda. He was overcome with guilt over the instability they had gone through and the possible effects of his previous choices on their mental health. During his breakdown, Kirk took time to think deeply about his relationship with his kids. He voiced worries about the impact their children might have from the constant conflict between him and Rasheeda. He remarked, "I don't want them to see us fighting or feel like they have to pick sides." Despite the impending legal disputes, Kirk was driven to reassess his goals and think about how he could provide a more secure environment for his kids out of a fear that it would have a detrimental effect on them. Looking for assistance and recovery. Following his emotional collapse, Kirk turned to friends and family for assistance. He realized that instead of repressing his emotions, he needed to work through them. He had to face his feelings head-on in order to begin the healing process. He sought to close friends who had gone through comparable experiences so they could offer perspective and share their experiences. Kirk's support system grew increasingly important as he struggled with regret and feelings of humiliation. Kirk also started looking into therapy as a way to deal with his feelings. He realized that getting expert advice was crucial to comprehending his actions and the effects of his previous decisions. Kirk thought that by developing better coping strategies and communication techniques through therapy, he would improve his relationship with Rasheeda and his parenting style. From Rasheeda's point of view, power in weakness. As Kirk's emotional collapse transpired, Rasheeda had to manage her own emotions around the filing. Making the choice was not simple for her. She had been attempting for years to control her feelings over Kirk's behavior while yet preserving the family unit. The petition for child support was an act of empowerment and self-preservation. It was a statement of her independence and a move toward guaranteeing the financial stability of her children. Rasheeda was aware of how her choice would affect Kirk. She was both sympathetic and frustrated as she watched him go through an emotional breakdown. She understood his suffering, but she also knew that she had to take the required steps for her own recovery and the sake of their future offspring. "I've been strong for so long, but I'm tired of feeling like I have to shoulder everything alone," Rasheeda said, reflecting on her path. Many people who are at similar crossroads can relate to this statement, which emphasizes the need of self-advocacy in the midst of difficulty. The way ahead. Sharing parenting and establishing trust again. Kirk and Rasheeda are given the chance to grow and heal as they work through the consequences of the child support case. It will take open communication, responsibility, and a dedication to co-parenting to complete the trip ahead. Kirk and Rasheeda agree that their kids' welfare should come first, which calls for a change in the way they interact with each other. Kirk's emotional collapse might act as a spur to improvement. He can initiate the process of restoring trust with Rasheeda by admitting his previous transgressions and the pain they have caused. It will not be an easy trip. Honesty and vulnerability on both sides are needed. They will have to manage their emotions and personal healing while taking on the difficulties of co-parenting. Rasheeda also has to manage her emotions while creating a space where Kirk may accept accountability for his deeds. Establishing a secure environment for conversations regarding co-parenting, financial obligations, and emotional assistance is necessary to strike this delicate balance. For the benefit of their kids, they can work toward a healthy relationship by addressing these discussions with compassion and understanding. The broader context, personal struggles and reality TV. The circumstances of Kirk and Rasheeda are not unusual in the world of reality TV. Numerous reality stars grapple with the difficulties of leading public lives while enduring personal hardships. Pressure to uphold a particular image can make pre-existing problems worse, which can result in emotional collapses and confrontations in public. But Kirk and Rasheeda's vulnerability also emphasizes the importance of sincerity. Fans who value the candor in their story find solace in their willingness to face their problems head-on. The complexity of relationships is frequently emphasized in the setting of reality TV. It's difficult for couples to get a private moment to talk about their problems because the stakes are high and the cameras are constantly rolling. Real lives and emotions are at play beneath the glitz and drama of reality TV, as Kirk and Rasheeda's emotional issues offer as a reminder. In conclusion, a path of recovery and development. Following Rasheeda's child support application, Kirk Frost loses it all, and his emotional journey turns into a potent story of self-awareness and development. This incident acts as a wake-up call for him, making him face his history and accept accountability for his deeds. He has the capacity to grow stronger and more self-aware with the help of loved ones and therapy. In addition to being a financial decision, Rasheeda's decision to petition for child support marks the beginning of a new chapter in her life that will be defined by empowerment and independence. Kirk and Rasheeda can take on the problems of co-parenting together and rethink their relationship. Even though there may be challenges ahead, their readiness to face their feelings and cooperate for their kids creates the foundation for recovery and development. Ultimately, their tale serves as a monument to the human spirit's tenacity and the transformational force of love, even in the face of hardship. Kirk and Rasheeda can find hope in the prospect of restoring trust and providing a loving home for their kids as they work through the challenges in their relationship. Their experience serves as a reminder that healing is an ongoing process that calls for bravery, openness, and steadfast dedication rather than a tidy little process.